Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat, and I am hoping to have a really lovely show. Sadly, I wasn't here last week, but I am ready to go this week. And we have two callers that are going to be calling in, so I'm going to be doing some readings. And then I always like to do a little bit of a talk beforehand. It just gets me in the mood. Anyway, I was thinking about what I would talk about this week. And, you know, March has been quite an interesting month worldwide. And what I'm referring to is on March the 8th, we had Women's Day. So for all you women out there, yes, there's, women are celebrated on a day. And I don't remember when this started happening because as I was growing up, I don't remember that. But it's a bit like when I was younger, there was Mother's Day and there wasn't a Father's Day. And then suddenly Father's Day cropped in and then there was a Grandparents' Day or something. So it does sort of quite evolve, doesn't it? But also this week on Monday, so yesterday, it's National Water Day. And it makes you think, you know, something we take for granted that we can just go to the bathroom or the kitchen and go to the sink and turn on the tap and or the bath or whatever or the shower, and we've got clean water and it's sanitized water. It's you know, we don't have to ever think about how clean or not clean the water is. But sadly, for some people in the world, they don't have that, and it's interesting that that's come up this week because it was only a few weeks ago that my guides, one of which is God, came forward and said to me that they wanted me to do some charity work to do with water in Africa. And of course I said to them, I don't know anything about it. How am I going to do that? But I think it's... I'm sort of learning as I'm going along. And so I've been doing a little bit of research about clean water. And and what I've discovered is that for some people, you know, I'm going to use Africa as an example because that is probably the continent that's the most worst affected by this. And they have, they don't have facilities to go to the bathroom. Or in England we call it the loo, and so they don't have those facilities, or some do, but in some places they don't, and so they will just go outside somewhere, and of course this all sort of runs into the water system and causes infection and it affects the children the most, and there are families that have lost several children because of not having clean water. It's quite sort of extraordinary, isn't it, that this happens in 2021. So then I started looking at all the charities that exist and that are actually helping in there, and there's hundreds. And what they do is they bore these holes and then something will break down, or when the British were out there, they put in sanitation plants and it breaks down and it just doesn't get repaired. So it's it's a complicated social structure that is sad. But anyway, so this week was National Water Day, and I thought I'd just share with you something that I'm looking into from a charitable point of view. But anyway, I think we should go to one of our callers, and I believe we have Riley in Boston, Massachusetts. Are you there, Riley?
Hi, yes, I am.
Oh, hello. So I am a medium, and I can look at, you know, I can either go to somebody that you've known that's passed and communicate with them, or I can go to my guides and give you guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work? And if so, where would you like me to focus?
Honestly, either way is totally fine with me. If anyone does happen to come through, I would not be opposed to hearing from them. But
Right,
also hearing from my spirit guides would be really nice as well, or yours.
right, okay. Um, let's see. So the first thing that I want to say is I feel that there is I feel I want to call him grandpa or grandfather that is here, and I feel like he's the one that's coming forward, and I feel that he wants to do the talking, and I just get this feeling from him that he is he is I feel like he wants to talk about you and your life rather than himself. But I'm not sure that I get the feeling that you didn't really know him that well. Does that make sense to you with one of your grandfathers?
Yes, I actually have two. One is my mom's biological grandfather that I've never met before, and the other was the man who took over and basically was the father figure to her whole life. So
Right. Okay. Um, right.
it could be
So
I'm assuming it's her biological.
yeah, because I'm hearing that because I got the feeling that you didn't really know this grandfather, like he's absent from your life, um,
Hmm.
and he's saying to me that it's almost like it's high time that you were aware of his presence. Because what I'm being told is that he is looking to spend more time with you in your life or be around you more. Um, and I feel like I want to say to you, are you aware of spirit in any way or have you felt things?
Yes, actually, I have. I've been trying to expand, like, or develop
Hmm,
my abilities more. But I have felt his
it's
presence before, and that's crazy that he's saying
right.
that.
Yeah, because
I can feel it
he's
almost right now as we're speaking.
yeah, because he's saying to me that he's been assigned to you to work with you as one of your guides, and I just know that this is an important alliance because although you didn't know him in this in your current life, I feel that this person and your grandfather and you know each other very well. And I feel that you've known each other in previous lives. And I feel like you know each other so well that it's almost extraordinary that you didn't know him in this life. And I feel that he's going to be around you quite a lot to assist you in your development and your involvement spiritually and I feel like I want to use the word metaphysically. And I know that's quite a sort of an American term that we don't use in the UK. But anyway, he used that term, and, uh, and so I just feel that it's like he's now. What I've been told by my guides is that what's happening. There's been a sort of a shift in the way guides work, and for most of us, we will have somebody that is connected to us, either from this life or a previous life. So we will know them that guides us, and then we may have an angel with us as well. We'll have two, and I just feel that this your grandfather is that person that is going to be connected to you. And I feel like he's going to be guiding you quite strongly. And he's saying to me that he's really, really determined and focused and to do his absolute best to support you in your life. And I also feel with him that he's telling me that he's really grateful for the other grandfather that helped with everything because he feels I feel like there's a sadness with him that he wasn't involved in the family in the way that he would have liked to have been involved. And he's telling me that
Wow.
and he's telling me that there's, I feel like there was like a set of circumstances, and I'm not quite sure what he's referring to. Would I be right in saying that he didn't know about his your grandmother having a child or something like that?
He didn't know. Well, he knew, but he like walked out when my mom was like really little. So,
Right. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Because I feel I heard the word didn't know, and so I just feel that I know what he's trying to say. He's saying to me that he okay. He didn't realize or understand the ramifications of his actions at the time. And he makes me feel as though he could kick himself. He could, like, what was I thinking? I feel like he's really upset with himself for not being there to not only with your mum, but also potentially to see, to be in your life. And I feel that he feels that he's let everyone down. And he is also saying to me that I feel like I want to talk about your mother. And I feel that he makes me, is your mum still alive? I feel like she is.
Yeah, she is.
She's still here, and because he makes me feel that she would like to know more about him and know what he's like, because she's often thought about that in her life, and has been curious about him and thought about the possibility of exploring him, but she never did, or never, or felt like she couldn't, or was concerned that she would upset other people, so she left it be. But I feel like there were thoughts or in her mind that she wanted to explore him, and she would have liked to have had a relationship with him. And he's saying that he would have loved that. He would have absolutely loved that. Because he's saying to me that I feel like he went on and had a family elsewhere. And I feel like there are relatives and family members that are all strongly connected to your mum and to yourself. And I feel that he would like nothing more than to sort of almost like steer you to these people. Does any of that make sense as I'm talking?
Yes, it does. My mom has a half sister actually that we're very close to.
Right, but I feel like there's also, I feel like there's another part of the country that I feel like I want to go to with him, because I feel like I don't feel like he ended up in sort of Massachusetts. I've got this feeling that he ended up or spent more time somewhere else. And I feel like I want to go to a place which is warmer weather, that isn't so cold in the winter. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, I believe he went to Florida, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I would have to ask my mom.
Well, do you know what I was going to say, Florida, but I thought, I'm not sure, so I just left it.
Really?
But Florida, certainly it's one of the southern states, that's for sure. But Florida did come up. I know I didn't say it, but you're just going to have to believe me. It did come up in my mind.
I did.
Thank you, Riley. So I just feel that he would love you to know more about his life and what he did and things like that. I get the feeling that he's got the capability mechanically. I feel like he's very good with his hands. I feel like he could strip an engine and put it back together again. But but I almost feel like he would have done it on a larger scale or in some sort of industry, or maybe even in the military or something like that. But I just feel like, or aircraft or something like that. I get the feeling that he's very mechanically minded. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Right. And he's saying to me that he's really looking forward to developing a really strong relationship with you. And as you develop your spirituality and your mediumship, he's going to be around you a lot more. So I hope that helps. Because I got somebody else waiting. The show goes so quickly, doesn't it? And but thank you so much for ringing in. My name is Gail Moffat, and if you want to find me, come and check me out on Facebook. So thank you very much. Thank you for ringing in, and stick with that development of mediumship. Okay, right. So we have Beth in Boyce, Louisiana. Are you there, Beth?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Beth, and how are you today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. And you're in Louisiana. What a lovely state. So I am a medium, and I can connect to loved ones, or I can look to give some guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
No, ma'am. Whichever way you feel drawn to work, actually.
Right. Let's see.
I kind of have a few questions.
Go for it, because we've only got 10 minutes. So the more you can focus in on something, the better your reading ends up, because you'll get what you want.
Okay. My relationship status, I met a guy just recently. I just wonder where that's going to go. If that's going to go anywhere.
How nice. How exciting. Right, let me have a look at that. Now, I've got no idea how old you are, but he feels, on the one hand, he feels youthful, but on the other hand, there's a seriousness and a maturity with him. Does that make sense to you? I don't know if I can describe it any way other than that. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of, sort of. He's a big prankster. He likes to joke around a lot, but we're the same. He's actually older than me. But he's quite a prankster and jokester.
Yeah, but I get the feeling with him that he would like to. I feel like that he looks at a relationship with the possibility of being serious, because I feel like he's ready to settle down, and I feel like I get the feeling with him that for a long time he hasn't properly been ready. I feel like there's been difficulties, or hasn't been the right person, or whatever. But I get the feeling that there's a bit of spark between the two of you, and I feel like I almost want to sort of see these two bolts of electricity go zzz, as you connect, because I just feel like there's something more to this relationship than perhaps other relationships that you or him have been involved in, because I really do feel that there is a potential for a future with this relationship, and I feel like that this is, yeah, I do. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Because I just get the feeling that when because I'm looking at him, and I feel the same with you as well, but I get the feeling with him that he feels, oh my goodness, I found somebody that I really gel with and I really get on with, and I can feel these feelings of love welling up inside him, and I can get that, and I feel that feeling with you, but I just feel like there's a sort of, it's, you know how in relationships you can be at a stage where it's sort of a bit shy, it's like you don't want to sort of, rock the boat or be more serious when it's not ready for it or something like that. And I just get the feeling that there's a little bit of dancing around going on in this relationship. But I get the feeling, what I feel very strongly with both of you is you both want the same. I feel like you're ready, both of you, because with yourself, I feel like you've had I almost want to say a complicated past. However, I just get the feeling. I get the feeling you're free of that complicated past, and it hasn't been pleasant. And I feel like there's a little bit of nervousness with you because you don't want to put your foot into something that is going to be anything like the past. But I just get the feeling. I get the feeling with you that you feel more at ease with this guy and you feel like you can trust him. You feel like he's different from the past. And I just feel that and I also feel with you that you're free. I want to say you're free, but free in a way that you're not harboring baggage. I feel like I feel like you're free on your shoulders. It's like you're not how some people, they might sort of jump into the next relationship and they're not ready. But I feel with you, Beth, I feel like you're ready. And I just get the feeling with him that he's ready. And it's like you've met each other at the time when you're both ready. And I feel like I also want to say, I'm just hearing there's a soul connection between the two of you, which is really, really exciting because I just know that you will hit it off. Does all that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that exciting? Oh, I love it when people, when you first meet somebody and it's like, oh, this could be it, and oh, this is. I just feel like it's fantastic, and I feel that, and I'm hearing the words that he's a real gentleman as well. As much as he can be a little bit of a prankster and have a bit of a laugh and a joke, I feel like he would be really considerate and gentle with you, and I feel like he's very respectful of women as well, and I feel that I feel like he's a really sort of nice guy. He's the sort of guy that if he was to commit to a woman and he'd like to do it. He's the sort of guy, there's a little bit of an old-fashioned way to him. He'd like to do it all properly, and I feel like he'd like to sort of, feel that he can support somebody properly and financially, do his bit. And I just feel that he's that sort of guy that would like to do that. And he's adorable. I think I think you're really lucky you found somebody really, really nice. And I'm really excited for you. That it's
Thank you.
Oh, how wonderful. And I also, have you got children?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I was going to ask. Where's my
So sometimes we have a situation where the phone cuts and she was just in the middle of asking a question. So I really do know that she wasn't hanging up on me, but she's so the producer's trying to get her back. But what I was thinking was I think she's got some children. And what I was going to say is that if she has children, I feel like he would embrace them. I don't feel that he would be a problem in any way to the children, and I feel that the children would actually love him as well. He's just, he's just the perfect gentleman that you couldn't wish to have a better person in your life with regards to you just couldn't have a better person. She's absolutely he is absolutely superb. So I hope she can just see that end bit, and perhaps she can see it, when she looks at the video on Facebook or wherever, or Moonstruck TV. So you can see these videos on YouTube and Moonstruck TV, and of course I'm on Facebook as well, and I've also got a YouTube channel as well. But so it's very nice to do these readings, and I hope you're all well, and well done all the women that have done wonderful things on Women's Day. I think that's great, having a Women's Day. And so thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.